Welcome to KXAN Plus. You're watching Weekend Watch. I'm Esmeralda Zamora, your host, joined by our chief meteorologist, Nick Bannon. Nick, we're not in the studio today.
I know, it's so weird. And I'm not Freddy. You know, Freddy usually does our Weekend Watch segments, as you know. But we've all been trying to enjoy some vacation from time to time.
Yes.
So Freddy getting in some vacation too. So we thought we would take our show on the road. And what you can probably tell around us is that we're surrounded by lights, because we're here at Zilker Park at the Trail of Lights to talk all things Trail of Lights as we head into December and the festive season. Everybody generally makes the Trail of Lights part of their holiday traditions. And we're here with board president of the Trail of Lights Foundation, AJ Bingham. AJ, thanks for joining us here.
Glad to be here.
Amazing that we're back at that time of year again where we all get to come down to Zilker Park and see what you've got here. How do you feel about this?
Well, one, it's been a fast year. I'm looking forward. This is my favorite time of the year, and excited for new activations and old friends that are coming back.
Talk to us. You've been part of the Trail of Lights for quite some time. You've even been an Austinite for quite some time too. What can we expect differently this year?
Two new activations: the Neon Zoo, as well as the Texas Tunnel, and then not an activation but an event. Our fun run has a new route, so excited about that. Probably my second time running it, but training for that.
Okay, you've been training all year for that?
A little bit, yeah. Well, Austin Marathon too, but that as well, yeah.
Now, when you describe an activation, what's an activation? What do you mean by that?
So everything, we have over 70 activations of the trail. So you're coming in through our main tunnel, everything from the displays you see at the Gumdrop, Stegosaurus, the KXAN display, all those are activations, and including Santa's Workshop as well.
Yeah, we hear that KXAN display is one of the top ones.
KXAN is my favorite.
Fan favorite, right?
Yes, yes.
So we're here, the lights are on. What can we expect? When does this start? When does the event start?
Grand opening will be December 10th, yes. And we'll be open 14 nights, 7 are free. We close on closing night will be December 23rd.
All right, so how could people who are trying to maybe gear their arrival for those free nights, how do you know what's happening each night with Trail of Lights, when to come down?
Great, we have several theme nights, but for all information, it'll be at austintrailoflights.org, including parking, information about zip passes, which are our early entry to the trail. For those little ones, I'd recommend that if you can. And all information about parking and accessibility as well it'll be on there. I
know people who are 18 and up also love the zip pass too, so
yes.
They're not just for kids, right?
Yes, correct, exactly, yeah.
What is included with the zip pass? I've never heard of that one.
So it is hot cocoa for one, right? But it's essentially, you get in separate lines, so you can, you more so if you have little ones, or you don't, but it allows you to just zip in. So imagine your Disney World passes like that kind of thing, and there's hot cocoa and marshmallows waiting for you.
Yes, you're not waiting in line to get in, basically.
Correct,
right?
Yeah.
All right, that hurries the process up. AJ, what are you most excited about now that we're back in the holiday and Christmas season again?
I'm always excited about Santa's Workshop and Santa Claus. So, even though I'm 43, I do enjoy talking to Santa and Mrs. Claus about my wish list, and hopefully I've been a good boy.
We'll find out.
All the gifts, right?
Yes.
All the gifts.
There's one I want particularly, but yes.
Talk to us about the things that you have seen in the past at Trail of Lights, Austin Trail of Lights, that maybe are not coming around this year, but you remember from your time here.
Well, I think the biggest change, I grew up in Austin, I've been here since 1991, this used to be a drive-through event. Now, besides, for those who were around during the pandemic, that was a blast, a recall of the past, but I think just the change there, being on a walk through, we get, over the last 13 years of millions of people have come through this event across town, across the state and the country. So just being able to have people come through and experience it, especially on a nice, crisp holiday night like tonight.
Yeah. I imagine with it being now a walking event, as it has been more recently since the pandemic, it does allow people to make it more of an event, more of a night out than just a quick drive through on their way to something else, right?
Yeah, very festive. There'll be, again, this will be on the website, but there are breakout activations as well. So plenty of food trailers from Austin favorites, and again, activations like Santa's Workshop for little ones and adults to get trinkets and check the wish list and everything else.
Now, we do know that there's food also for this event. What can our people expect when they come to Trail of Lights?
Yeah, so I think all of your Austin favorites will have samples of that. So you'll have holiday favorites, churros, hot chocolate, everything else, but it'll be a good sampling of, I think, Austin favorites.
As a meteorologist, I have to ask this question. How weather dependent is Trail of Lights? Is it rain or shine, snow, sleet, freezing rain? What sort of impacts does the weather have on whether this goes on or not?
So I know our crack team is very much aligned in checking the weather every day. I think there's certain nights in the past we've called it based on public safety, and I think we kind of gauge it by that, right? But obviously, if it's flooding rain, no go. But I would just check your weather sites and our webpage for that if you see weather's coming up that's maybe inclement.
Yeah, I remember some nights have been a little drizzly, but it's almost added to the festiveness, feeling a little like that. So.
And touching on that, it's been a little drizzly during setup. How has that been?
I think it's gone smoothly so far. I mean, we in our walkthrough, our drive-through here tonight, right? It's been smooth, right? So we had a little rain, but thankfully it's gone through.
How long does it take to set up the Trail of Lights from beginning to finish?
I don't know the exact time, but it's pretty fast because as soon as ACL Fest ends, there's a little gap in between, and then we're rocking and rolling, right? And so it's our team is a veteran setup team, and we have it down to a science. Beyond weather, I think is the biggest factor. Other than that, though, it's smooth.
Starting date again?
December 10th. Opening
Ending
night,
date?
December 23rd.
Awesome.
And then what are the hours that you're open on most evenings, or is it dependent on the night, sort of when people can come and how late they can stay?
Yes, we have set hours, and again, as it passes, you have a little earlier. I don't know the exact time off the top of my head, so check the website. That's austintrailoflights.org.
Let's touch a little bit on you. I know it's your first year as the board president. How is that going? Anything new this year?
Again, it's been fun. Again, I've been on the board 12 years, so I've seen our evolution just from our board forming, the foundation forming rather, and I mean, again, I'm excited to be president. I'm excited to welcome folks back to the trail. This is one of my favorite Austin events, getting all parts of our city out here, as well as, again, as parts of the country. It's an award-winning event nationally, and I'm excited to get the crowds out here.
Not to pepper you with details and stats here, but how many people show up usually every year to the Trail of Lights?
I don't know the exact number. I know over the course of a decade, we'd have over about 2 million people have showed up, right? But other stats I think would include 70 holiday activations, 90 trees, and about 2 million lights.
Wow, that's a lot of lights.
Yeah, no kidding. The electric bill, I wonder.
LED, yeah, a lot of LED.
Yeah, very good. Good for the environment too. And you also have some musical acts too that are part of the course of the Trail of Lights.
So we'll have rotating local or live music throughout the 14 nights of the trail. Those exact artists will be dependent on just nights of their availability, but that information will be on the website.
We can put that also on our website, KXAN.
A lot of live music.
Yeah, lots of live music. We love that here in Austin.
Right? And before people come, how do they prepare for an evening at the Trail of Lights? What should they bring? What can't they bring?
Yeah.
Anything like
that?
that?
One, check the weather. I think, of course, so if it's just one, check the weather. No outside food, alcohol, those kind of things, water, strollers, wagons, those kind of things are welcome, obviously. And then we have for ADA compliance for folks who need that. But all that information will be on the website. But again, I think the typical things, no glass bottles, no outside drinks, food, and that kind of thing.
Any specific tips you can share with families who maybe it's their first time coming to the Trail of Lights and want to know how to make it smooth as possible?
I think one, check the weather, right? For little ones especially, make sure everyone's dressed and wrapped appropriately. I would recommend the Zip Pass, but if not, I would recommend certain theme nights be more popular than others. I think typically in my time the trail, middle of the week tends to be less crowds typically, and so school nights rather, I think it's easier to get kids to kind of get out here. Weekends are going to be our most popular nights: Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, of course. So I'd recommend if you have little ones who weekdays are probably the best, barring weather. You mentioned
there are 7 free nights available. What are the ticket prices on the other nights that
they're going to be $8, and then that's for 12 and under are free.
Anything, AJ, that we haven't brought up that you really want to shine a light on, no pun intended?
No. I'm looking forward to welcoming everyone back to the trail and excited for a perfect weather holiday season.
Yeah, not too chilly.
Not too chilly.
But chilly enough to feel festive.
Yeah, so I can have some hot cocoa and I'm not sweating.
Yeah. AJ Bingham with Trail of Lights, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And that's all we have for our KXAN Plus's Weekend Watch. Thanks so much for joining us. If you want to watch more streams just like this one, don't forget to download our KXAN Plus CTV streaming app. Nick, where can they download that?
Yeah, that's on KXAN.com. Has links to all the different ways you can get it for your specific TV. But of course, we've got Fire TV, Apple TV, Samsung TVs as well, and I'm missing one. What was the
Roku.
Roku. Yes, Roku. Lots of great ways to get the KXAN Plus app for your smart TV, and of course KXAN.com is a good source too, and we'll link you to the Trail of Lights website where you should of course go before you make a visit, just so that you make sure that you're well prepared ahead of time. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.